Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Shield of Atua with the Atua Clan. We are going to do another gameplay VOD review, this time of Spear of Atua. Obviously, you've seen a lot of his videos. He's a Captain America main. I think this is a high-level platinum game, but, you know, Spear's typically a high diamond, low GM player so far. And so he sent me this VOD and asked that I do some gameplay review. So we're going to take a look at it, see the good things he does, see maybe some of the not so good things, and see how it goes. So keep in mind we're going to focus on the ADAPT framework, awareness, distance, angles, pressure, and timing, and seeing how that plays out from a tank's perspective. Captain America is interesting. Wow, that was quick. So let's see here. I forget how to adjust camera angles. So Captain America is interesting. I know I just stopped the gameplay after an easy kill, but he's not a main tank, and I think for a lot of players, they get it confused. They think Cap has bad value because he's not a mainline tank, like a Groot would be. Who's his other tank? He is solo tanking in this game, so this will be interesting. But let me go back to his POV. So, when you are a dive character, typically that means you are a melee character. And melee characters, you know, obviously the game will probably give you several strengths and weaknesses. Most melee characters are fast. Most melee characters, you know, have good escape abilities. And so, you know, Captain America, when you watch this type of gameplay, you know, when you consider most, that's a really good kill. Again, this Punisher is getting destroyed. Cap is 3-0. The Punisher is 0-2, both from the Cap. So I just wanted to go over this a little bit without being distracted. But, you know, melee characters, every character in the game has to have pros and cons to it. Otherwise, they'd be broken, right? So you have poke characters, they do damage from far away. Most of the time, they don't have high mobility. They don't have a lot of escape options. If you're trying to escape danger as a poke character, you kind of have to read it ahead of time. Dive characters, they have a lot of good escape abilities. They have a lot of good mobility, typically. Their damage can't be too high. So you'll hear a lot of times people referring to Black Panther as the tickle monster. Spider-Man, for how annoying he is to support players, is actually not that strong. Holy moly. He's good if you hit your combos, but you have to use every cooldown and hit them all in the right way to get value out of Spider-Man. So Cap is of a similar build, but he does have an advantage that other dive characters don't have. This is really good, by the way. He's putting in a lot of pressure. Here, let's change this. Change this angle. So again, he's still doing a tank's job, and I'm kind of going in the spiel about dive characters, and we should be focusing on the gameplay here. But look, you know, he's doing a good job. He's still kind of frontlining in a way. He's playing against two tanks, a Groot and a Doctor Strange. And, you know, he's taking a lot of attention. And so what I'm getting at with Cap, because the way that Cap is different than other dive characters, is that he has a freaking crap load of health. If you're BP and you go for a dive and you don't tag somebody, or you miss your dash, or you get stunned, you're dead. And if you're Spidey and you miss one of your cooldowns or you make a mistake, you're dead. Cap has so much breathing room to dive, do damage, and still hold space on the front line. Holy shit. Ult. Pops ult here. This is just domination.
Good like boa.
Good shield. Oh, I shouldn't have jumped there.
Hey.
Unlucky. The shark did the team a great service by killing his Cap. So that's your advantage as Cap. Not only are you fast, you have good escape ability, and with the animation cancel, which Spear knows, you can actually do some damage pretty quickly. So right here, starting from high ground, I like. Jumping off of the high ground, I don't like. Because it really puts a lot of pressure on him. I would say that's a mistake. Just waiting this out, run away, don't even bother. This is good. It's good, not even worse. Nice. Yeah, that Punisher is terrible. Ooh. Still alive somehow? Holy crap. See, this one took up. Shouldn't be alive. He just tanked 3 ults. The Punisher, the Strange, and the Namor ult. Didn't die. And is just running away. So, some lessons on tanking. Because he probably should just run away here, try to get up here, take that portal, which will pop him out here, and then he can run away. If he can get up there. He might just die here. Which is what it is. Okay, so, tanking. One, he's a solo tank, right? And so his objective is twofold, which makes this really hard. Typically, you'd want a main tank like a Strange or a Mech holding main. Having a dive tank push main like this and do the things that dive tanks are good at, which is take off angles, kind of pounce, wait. That's a hard job for this. This dive is too early. The Punisher's dead, because that guy is terrible. That's probably like a fucking silver Punisher. This dive is too early. Cap took a lot of attention. Again, he forces his teammates ult. So it works out. And the other team is just god awful. But a lot of pressure. What I would prefer to do, because you're still going main, and luckily on this map, the chokes are so narrow. Like, him going main is the same thing as him going up here, or him coming up here. It provides the same thing, but it's a safer bet. Is he running over here and then standing in the open, taking all that damage he took? He's lucky his teammate, his support, pulled out her ult for him. I mean, that's their job, but at the same time, this forced a lot of his own teammates' cooldowns out. When he could have gone up here, he could have gone up here, to here, to here, and then waiting for the opportunity. And so that's what I'm hoping for. Obviously, he's playing solo tank, and you're not going to get, as many opportunities to dive as you would if he had a main tank. So you have the advantage. What am I hoping you do? Right now, he's kind of like, well, he has ults. That's a good kill. I would ignore these two idiots. Truly. Get up here. Yeah, kill these kids. This guy's 100% dead. He's fighting the tanks though, kind of wasting a lot of ult and wasting a lot of time, his own time. Going for the Jeff though, that's good. Nice, dodge that. Did he kill the Jeff? Yeah. Wow, kills the Jeff. This Punisher is out of position. Holy terrible. There's no way this is flag games. Alright. Tanks get cleaned up. That's fine. Alright, so taking space. Now what you should do, let's pretend he did have a main tank. What you need to do as a dive character, and I'm trying to provide a theme to this review because, you know, obviously when you watch this, you're like, okay, if I'm playing a dive character or a dive tank like Captain America or Venom, how should I best, because this game is about winning fights, so how do you win the next one? I would get here as soon as possible. Like setting up, this is good. You're still in the open though, like, and you have to kind of have the timing in your head, but they're already coming back. So he should be like hiding. In most dive characters, you'll see this. They're hiding and they're waiting for their moment to jump on the backlines. Captain America's main strength is killing sports, as is the main strength of Black Panther, of Spider-Man, of Magic. So wait for your opportunity. And your team is significantly better than they are. Like running back to the point, unnecessary, kind of wasting time in open space. I don't like this. But they portal, which I always forget is an option. So I guess this works out. Even still, this is not an advantageous position, so the running didn't solve anything. If you had been hiding here, like we talked about in the beginning, he'd still be up here. And again, the enemy team has the onus, they have the pressure to touch. You don't have to do anything. This thing is going to move. So sitting up here and waiting for your moment, you know, maybe that's the theme, is waiting for your moment as a dive character. So right now, if he was up here in the right positioning, is this the right moment? No. The only two characters that are jumping out are main tanks, and he's not going to kill them right away. So is this the moment? No. He could still be waiting up there and holding space, making it hard for them because they're at a disadvantageous position. This is a bad portals, to be honest. They should have portaled like here or here just to hold a cornice. Okay, let's go back to this POV. Okay. So yeah, right here, just chill up here. Chill up here. I like this. Waiting for the moment. There's a moment. The rocket. Nice. The Punisher. This guy's feeding. Bam. So you got 2 kills. Kill the squirts. He's doing the animation cancel here. Neymar's about to die. Neymar's dead. And now you clean up the tanks. Great. It wasn't ideal. You know, it wasn't like textbook. But functionally, mostly the same things, you know? Took high ground. Went on a support. I think the Strange could have been killed faster. Okay, let's talk about ult usage. I don't like that. One, because the fight is already over. Some can argue it's like a momentum ultimate. Like I'm pushing it and then I'm going to stagger this guy and then I'll stagger this guy. Sure, I think that works in this scenario when the other team is dog. Like they're complete dog shit. But in the higher ranks, I don't think you should do that. Play this momentum kind of thing. Because it didn't really accomplish much. The point didn't move faster. your team was going to take this space anyway. They would have killed that Punisher anyway. So you wasted ult, which I don't love. So again, so Hadi is a pro Overwatch player. He's a pro Overwatch tank. He's a good diva, a good Winston player. And those are the dive tanks of Overwatch. So I'm trying to make comparisons here. Hadi talks about these 3 steps. When you either need to retake like if you lost the cart, like for the enemy team, right now they've lost several fights in a row. So their job is to retake control, right? And when you're playing against a dive player, a dive tank, the first thing on their list is to count the people they see, to clear. Like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We know where everyone is. That way, we can keep track of where our divers are. Number 2 is to stage, and this is what I would hope that Spear does a little bit more. Staging. Staging is what Hadi calls it. Some other coaches like Spylo call it that. Awkward, mainly a support coach, he calls it setting up before the fight, and he does this with dive characters, or characters that have good escape abilities that won't do much damage from far away, like a Kiriko or a Tracer. You set up before the fight. You don't try to do damage before the fight, and that's a big difference. Staging is the idea of getting in position, really, really good positions early, typically high ground with lots of cover, so that you can wait. You're perching on a tree like a Black Panther, waiting for your moment. That's called staging. And so for the enemy team, their job is to it's easy for them because they know there's only one tank. So if I look from, let's see, whose POV should I go to? Big Nose. His job right here, knowing that there's a flanking, diving Captain America on the other team, and this is helpful if you're playing in a way that you want to counter dive. After you just lost the fight, your goal is to take out the off angles. So your goal is to, 1, make sure you have a good sense of any flankers. So come up here, you're like, is anybody staging? Because that's what Spear should be doing. He should be setting up here to stage, like right here. He should be waiting here. This is where he should be. Right here. So that this raccoon, this Punisher that's terrible, they get fucked immediately. So Spear should be here. On the defense, Big Nose, the Hella over here, or even this Punisher, if he had any game sense at all, they should be walking up the flank angles. You just lost a fight, make sure you don't get flanked. Then handle main. Okay? So I think that's one lesson I would hope to take away from this, is just for dive characters, your best angles are going to be off angles. And to take advantage of them, you need to stage ahead of the fight. So up here, like right idea, but just a tiny bit late to the party. Like he's already late. He got up here too late. You want to do it ahead of the fight, not after. So he's taking high ground. This is fine. It's the right idea. Like, hey, if I have high ground, I can dive them easier. The M is isolated. That's beautiful. I like the coming back for that. Yeah, you get to shield this guy, shield him. This guy's terrible. Holy moly. But again, like, it's hard because you don't have a main tank. So I'm going to harp on that. If he had a main tank, he might have been doing better things. But you want to go not in the open like this, because this is in the moment that Loki wasn't weak. The Loki was full health. Yeah, this is just brawling. Forced an ult, that's good. And then just run. Stay up there. Look at the kill feed. 3 guys dead. The kill feed. Now's the time to get out. So my hope is he gets out. After cleaning up this trash can. No. Too early. Too early. Why is it too early? Because there is no such thing as a flank if you're the only one doing it. If you're the only one that has attention, there's no such thing as a flank. So he thought they weren't looking at him before. He dove on the rocket, and then all of a sudden he's got 4 players looking at him. 5. The Loki, the whole team, except for the Punisher. He just manhandled. Wherever that guy is. Right here? Oh yeah, he's in the spawn. So, 5 players looking at him too early, you know? And again, this is against a terrible team. A good team, they might have, like the Hela might have used her stun, the Emma might have been closer and been baiting him, so she might have got the grab on him, and he's dead. You know, the Strange might have, like, you know, super comboed him or something like that. So the idea is, this game, obviously, he's playing very well. He's 21-2 with 12 final blows. Like, this other team is getting smoked. However, if he was playing better players, is this a mistake? Yes, this is a mistake. He should be staying up here staging. I think he thought the raccoon was alone, and, you know, that's my opportunity. I'll get another kill because these kids are trash. Yeah, I understand that. In a higher ranked game, like in a GM level game, that guy's, he might be dead. He might be dead. And now he's staggering for his team as the only tank. So just something to keep in mind. He might be dead anyways. Oh, got bailed out by the Ultrons. Killing the rocket, he just ran past the rocket. Didn't kill that rocket right there. Coulda. There are 2. Oh, that's a Loki. Okay, there's a rocket. This is something where it's a little tricky. That's a little advanced. He knows if you go back, let's see. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so let's look at the kill feed here. Let's go back just a little further before he ults. Okay. So he pops in. Okay, 1. Hela's dead. Punisher's dead. Now, this is why I always encourage players to look at the kill feed, because it's not just about seeing how many are alive. It's not just about seeing, you know, which of my players are alive, can we win this fight, can we not? Kill feed knowledge is really important because it's, you know, is this winnable? Is it not? Should I back up? Should I push forward? You see 2 dead, push forward, but you also need to kill whoever is left. These 4 players, Loki, Rocket, Emma, and the tanks, Emma and Strange, you need to kill them as fast as possible. Why? You just saw on the kill feed 2 dead. In your brain, you need to have this countdown running. Their spawn timer. So a lot of times what I'll do is we'll get these kills and we'll call out like 2 dead, But I'm also considering, like, okay, 2 dead for 10 seconds. It's not just 2 dead. They're not dead forever. I have 2 dead for 10 seconds. So this fight goes on for at least 10 more seconds. He doesn't kill his enemies quickly. And they ulted, and it's hard to do. Strange was weak, though, and Strange is not dying. Oh, he just died. So there we go. Another one. If I'm Captain America, I'm going to spawn. Okay, because the only way the enemy team wins this fight is if they get reinforcements. So I'm going to spawn. My brain should be like, okay, that's enough time. Those first 2 guys, the Hela and the Punisher who died, that's long enough. They're about to be coming out of spawn. I can't kill the support and these tanks because, you know, they just ulted. There's too much health. I'm going to go try to spawn kill and create more space for my team. Dive characters, like, you don't ever really see... Well, I don't know about that. Maybe you do see poke characters spawn killing, but typically dive characters are the ones setting up. They're waiting at spawn to kill you, like a frickin' Sombra, you know, or a Psylocke, BP, Magic. They're waiting. So that timer should be running out. If I'm him, I'm running to the spawn door to kill the Hela and the Punisher, because he's about to get shot in the back. That's what I mean. It's kind of a tricky thing. It's kind of like an advanced thing. But look, the guy he didn't account for, he got the Emma kill. Great. I love that. The guy he didn't account for, though, these 2, they're coming back. And this guy just got a kill, which is like, wow, congrats to him. He might have gotten a kill for the first time in his life. But like, yeah, these 2 are coming back. And so now the Hela's ulting. Punisher dies because he's garbage, but the Hela's ulting now. And it's just this endless cycle of like really just having to grind your way out. I mean, they're going to win this fight. But he should be getting off the point and taking the door. Let his teammates kill this tank. This tank kid. But go clog the door. Go clog the door, bro. Die now. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so a little chaotic, a little crazy, but that's how all Captain America gameplay is.
You'll need a top-notch defensive.
That's definitely how Captain America is. Like, you're in there, you're getting busy, you're getting dirty, throwing your fist. So, some things that we can consider. One, because Captain America has high mobility and high survivability, Captain America mains should be staging. They should be setting up before the fight in advantageous positions. If there's anything learned from this video, it's if you win a fight, go set up. And by setting up, I mean don't stand in front taking space. What I mean is set up and hide. It feels weird because you're a tank. You're like, I have so much health. But listen, every ounce of health that your teammates don't have to give you, they could be doing damage. You know, I obviously play a lot of Mantis. If I don't have to be healing you, I'm damage boosting. And I really don't want to be spending my leaves on healing when I could be using them to damage boost, which will win us the game. Damage boost is so strong. Alright, so he's a little late to the party. So yeah, the big takeaways. 1, stage before the fight. Set up, hide, wait for your opportunity, and then dive. Do it from an off angle, do it from high ground. Okay, so defense will be a little trickier because I think you'll get more opportunities on defense to off angle. Because they have to push the cart. And so you don't have to hold the front line, you just have to kill them. So let's see how that goes. Standing down here, I don't like. You should stand high ground. And this, again, is too much. Too much. Like, attention's good, but you'd have the same attention standing here by the corner. Health is a resource. Macro, macro, macro. Don't waste your resource. You just took your Ultron drone, which could go to someone else. You just took a lot of healing from your other support. So I get it. You're the only tank. But let your supports help somebody else. Preserve your health. Just stage. Be patient. Alright. Just a lot of walking around.
Alright.
Cloak has no escape now. You just gotta kill. So you can definitely beat her ass. Oh, this is the Punisher. This poor guy. Just beat him. Beat him to death. You trapped yourself into a box here. Again, there's like, attention. If you had gone for that kill against the GM team, you're dead here. You're probably dead anyways. Yep, you're dead. So, I don't know. Worth it? Maybe. But you killed the support, so maybe worth it. But also you killed the worst player on their team. So, it's whatever. I would have been staying up here on the open and just holding this space. They can't really move forward. Because look, when you start the game, just a brief tutorial. This is high ground. This is not for you, Spear. This is for the average gold player. This is high ground, advantageous. Next to your spawn, advantageous. Walking, boom, oh shoot. Further from spawn, not as advantageous. Low ground, not as advantageous. So the only way for them to keep their advantage is to walk up here to keep their high ground, okay? These spots are advantageous for the offense or defense. It's just whoever fights and keeps them. Because you gave it up and you went down here to get this kill, which is fine, but again, it's on a dog shit player. If you had held this and just stayed patient and gave your team something to hold to, something to stabilize, hold this corner, fight people, don't let them take your space, fight them, but hold it, only back up when you need to, save your escape abilities, and then you back up here, and then you back up here. Eventually they'll push you back because they're so close to their spawn. But if you bounce here to here to here to here, you're holding your advantage for longer, and that stalls the game. That makes them slow. And so that's a mistake. I think, you know, that is a main tank responsibility. So again, we're coming back to this crux of, did I have a main tank? No. If you did, maybe what you did just then, if you had a main tank, was fine. But you don't. So you kind of have to play this really difficult, hard role of like, that's a main tank's job to hold that ground. You don't have one, so now it's your job, even though you're not the best equipped to do it. Like if you were playing Magneto, you know, that's a great spot to hold, and then you let your Cap run wild and, you know, do what he wants, but you can't do that. So again, let's see. I don't think you know where your team is. So that's the only issue I have with this. Brawling on the point is whatever. Doing it solo, if you don't know where your team is, based on how you're moving and where you're looking, I don't think you're paying attention to where they are. But that's fine. So, okay, so let's say you kill this rocket. Again, you're kind of like tunnel visioning here, because you're trying to get these kill after kill after kill. And they're running, no way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, they're running triple support, which makes this really, really hard. Because you're not going to get much kills. Okay, your team double ulted. No, they double ulted. Trying to kill the rocket. They just back up. Like, this is so... I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't like this at all for either team. You're popping Cloak and Dagger ult, Rocket ult. They popped all 3 support ults. Oh, they're about to get wiped off the map. They popped all 3 support ults. Just to fight. Alright, so staying alive here. This is good.
Okay.
Yep. Killed the rocket. I don't like this either. You're standing in open space. Again, better team, you're dead. And also, you're not targeting sports. But kind of like helping your team a little bit. Just pick one target. You would have killed one by now. Yeah, I mean, you're surviving. You didn't get much done there, unfortunately. And they don't have any support ults, so you're just bouncing from target to target. Like, just pick one. The Hela is a prime choice. She's gonna have ult soon. 1. 2, she's further back than her supports are, so she might not get healed. And there's no support ults to save her. Oh man, I'd go for that Hela in the back. Juicy. That's juicy. Get her. Nice. The teammates ulting, your Punisher's ulting. This is just chaos. So I think you played better in the first half than this. So you heard that? You could have shielded. Nice. All dead. Cool. So again, staging. You just won the fight. You won the fight. Their job as the attacker should be looking for flankers. Your job should be taking those flanking angles. So sitting on the car here, no. Do. Get on the high ground. Get up on the high ground. Take the lift. There you go. Just sit up there. Like, this is such a good angle for them to take if they took it. Again, they won't because they're plat and they're dog. But, like, if they took that angle, nice kill. Oh. Yeah, this is just... I'm just counting this as you seeing red, like, beat their ass. I would kill spawners. How many are there? Oh yeah, man, that's juicy. I'd kill spawners. Your team is clearly good enough to handle this. There's 2 support ults, 2 sports, 1 is using an ult, and a tank. That's it. I'm killing spawners, 100%. If you're gonna go rage mode and you're gonna go freaking berserk, yeah, go kill freaking spawners. Like, this cloak is so terrible, out of position. Again, shouldn't be down there brawling. Your team is good enough. BP, Punisher, Ultron, like, you have so much damage that you'll be able to, like, kill that team without you. You're getting in the hits, which is great. But if you kill spawners, this game's, like, guaranteed over. Just run away. I didn't see you had ult there. Good, but you're not targeting anything. Kind of not doing anything. Not doing anything. Nice. Kill this idiot. Nice. Dead. Portaling. Go up. Go to the height. Oh, he didn't even touch it. All right. So, that's a brief recording of some Captain America gameplay. I think, you know, when it comes to dive tanks, dive characters in general, you want to take off angles. Yeah, obviously you are put in a hard position. Solo tanking, as every tank is in Marvel Rivals, most of them do have to solo tank, which sucks. We need more tank players, everybody. But yeah, I think this is overall pretty good. The final score, yep, end of the game 34-3, 35 I think. Yeah, 35-3. Ace, final hits 16, which is all great. This is all good stats. I think there were a lot of things you could have worked on though. Number one, staging before the fight. As a Captain America player, I know you had main tank responsibilities. But sometimes it doesn't need to be as chaotic as a Captain America playstyle will make you believe. You could have sat up here most of the game and done your job. And especially against better teams, sometimes you'll have to do that. You won't get to go and beat their ass. These kids were terrible. You beat their ass. If you sit here though, this is a main tank responsibility. If you're a Magneto, your job is to be up here, blocking them. No, thank you. You're not allowed to come up here. And when they finally do respect that and the enemy team drops and they all go down here, then the Magneto can drop and say, no, you can't come around this corner either. So for a Cap, solo tanking, sometimes, yeah, you got to do the boring work where you don't sprint and you have to hold this area. Yeah, overall pretty good. I didn't capitalize on how much you used your animation cancel. Obviously, you know how to use it. You killed supports quickly. So takeaways. 1, stage before the fight. Get ahead of the fight before it begins and hide somewhere and wait for them to come out. Even if you don't have a main tank, give them a little breathing room. Let them come out. Look for your moment. As a dive character, look for your opportunity to pounce. Especially against these kids, because that will just cripple them permanently. And then you can run away because you have high mobility and high survivability. Cap's pretty broken still. He's still really strong. The other thing is probably picking a target, picking one and focusing on that to get that kill. What was some of the other things? Oh, timing the enemy deaths. So there are opportunities when you're playing dive. It's not abandoning your team to go spawn kill. I think this game would have had the same turnout if you had taken those opportunities at the end of the first round to go spawn kill the Hela and the Punisher, because it creates space. You're creating pressure. And they don't have supports because the supports are busy, if you go to right here, the supports are busy trying to freaking keep their tanks alive. The Raccoon and the Loki were trying to keep their tanks alive. Just come back here. Or wait, where am I? Right here. Come back here. Go kill the Hela. Go kill the Punisher. Just make these 4 fight for their lives against 6 forever. So go in for spawn kills a little bit more when you have that opportunity, because it's the same thing. It's staging before the fight. They're coming out of the spawn. You killed them. You saw in the kill feed. I have 10 seconds. I come back up here. I wait for them. Is my team fighting alone right here? Yes, but they're fine. I promise. You have numbers. It's a 5v6. If they can't win that, then that's their problem. Kill these kids. So yeah, staging, I think, is the biggest thing. Setting up for flanks on off angles in high ground and cover. Off angle, high ground, in cover, staging or setting up before the fight. When the fight happens, pounce on who's vulnerable, provided you have the attention. I think a lot of times you do go a little too early. So, all right, everybody. That's my breakdown of this gameplay. It's a little rushed. There's a lot to it. It's a unique situation because, one, we have a Captain America playing solo tank, which is a difficult task because you have to split some off-angle tank responsibilities with some main tank responsibilities, like keeping the high ground. And number 2, the enemy team was complete and utter dog shit. But hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something about Captain America, about Dive in general. Staging is a very important part of Dive. As a Mantis player, whenever I come out of spawn after losing a fight, I'm looking at these off angles because I know there's probably a BP or a Spidey or a Cap or Magic or a Psylocke hiding back there waiting to kill me. So you have to kind of clear things out ahead of time. And that should be you. That should be the Captain America. Right there. Should be up there being that assassin. So make sure you're hiding well and doing that. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it and got some value out of it. Again, this is a plat level gameplay, but can apply to even some GM lobbies where characters don't know how a specific role type works. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks all.